So patch 1.12 has now arrived, and this is probably going to be the last patch before the DLC does get released. I'll just link these patch notes down below if you did want to check it out for yourself. But yeah, this is a good and a bad thing. Good thing, obviously, just to have more quality of life updates and some more balancing changes. Bad thing for a couple of reasons. One, people have already made their build and already committed to using a particular type of weapon or whatnot to go through the DLC, and there are some weapons that have just been nerfed. Like if you wanted to go through the game with the Envoy's Longhorn, sorry, that weapon has been nerfed. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, and it's literally been 11 months since the last update. Would have been nice to get it before then, at least have patch notes so we can like further prepare. Anyway, I haven't actually read any of these. I've just been doing a little bit of testing before the patch notes actually dropped, so we're going to go through it together. Yes, it now has support for the DLC, new hairstyles have been added, new summoning pool feature, active summoning pools now are carried over to New Game Plus, individual summoning pools can now be enabled, disabled. That's fantastic. Include distant areas selected with the small... Okay, so now Culp, you can actually just, I guess, summon from different locations. That's pretty cool. That's nice. Inventory features. This thing actually is not live at the moment, but there is going to be like a recent items tab in the inventory, which is going to be pretty cool, but it's not live currently. I don't know why that's in the patch notes. Steam-only features, lock-on changes. Okay, that's fantastic. Anyway, getting into the PvP balancing adjustment. I don't really do PvP much myself, but we're still going to cover some of these things. After being affected by madness or sleep, the status effect will be halted for a short period of time. That's pretty cool. Status effects can be pretty annoying in PvP, so that's going to be a nice change. Increase the poise damage of some of these attacks against the following. Interesting, okay. That's a lot of poise changes. They had another update like recently where like they just changed a lot of the poise damage. Now a lot more is going to get increased poise damage. That's interesting. Adjusted poise damage, some of the dual weapons. Okay, so I guess that is like completely like neglecting poise damage. Like poise is just not going to be good at all. That's fantastic. That seems like a lot of this stuff is just, yeah, decrease the damage of dual-wielded attacks against other players of all weapon types. So power sensing is now nerfed in PvP. That's great. Yeah, decrease the poise value of some attacks. Okay. Okay, so some hyper armor things have been nerfed as well. So like you're going to get staggered a lot easier with a lot of weapons and just with throughout attack animations and when idle. So that's going to be pretty interesting. That's like basically almost every single weapon type, at least like for the larger ones at least. Decrease the damage of dual attacks against... Okay, so spears and great spears have been nerfed power stance combos in terms of damage. Damn. Decrease the damage animation motion of the... Okay. Damn, yeah, all the power sensing stuff has just been nerfed. The effects of the... I don't know how to say that, but the poise type of buff that you get of fear. So increase the poise value and physical damage negation in PvP. Anyway, getting into skill adjustments. Looks like there's been a lot of nerfs. Spinning Slash, nerfed. Flaming Strike, nerfed. Makes sense. Rain of Arrows has been nerfed and the poise damage, so it's no longer going to stun lock. Cursed Blood, it's supposed to be Cursed Blood Slice. That's off the Morgoth's Cursed Sword. Moonveil, that's been nerfed, or just for the weapon skills at least. Lightning Storm. What is Lightning Storm? Does that mean Thunderstorm? I think they mean Thunderstorm from the Storm, from the Stormhawk axe. I think that's what they mean. Lightning Storm is not a weapon skill in this game. How did they not know the names of their own weapon skills? Spear Core Ritual of the Death Ritual Spear. Ancient Lightning Spear of the Bolted Grand Sax. That's all decreased damage. This is probably mainly a problem in like invasions or like arenas and stuff. So that's no longer gonna stun lock as well. Spear Core Ritual works very similar to like Rain of Arrows, so it's just gonna like not stun lock as hard. Radahn's Rain. That's just going to work very similar to like Rain of Arrows, just less damage as well, so less stun locking potential. And Spinning Weapon, decreased damage animation motion when stunning other players. So that's just, yeah, less stun lock potential. It's going to work very similar to like Spinning Slash, I suppose, but it just shoots the weapon out in front of you. Black Flame Protection has been nerfed. And Bestial Sling has less poise damage now. Okay, cool. So those are going to be the PvP adjustments. I don't really PvP much, so sorry if I didn't really have much input there. Anyway, general balancing adjustments. Turning speed when using dual-wielded heavy thrusting swords. The turning speed, so you can actually track a lot better now when using heavy thrusting swords. Let's go test that out. Give me a heavy thrusting sword. Where are we? There's too many weapons in this game, and they're going to add another 100. It seems like I can just like 180 a bit better now, I suppose. adjusted. It didn't seem like it was much different. I don't really use it much. Increased dexterity scaling when using Ashes of War with corresponding weapon affinities. Don't know why they didn't specify. Increased dexterity scaling when assigning Ashes of War with corresponding weapon affinities. So like Keen Infusion or Lightning Infusions are just better now, or like certain... I don't know. Increased stamina consumption when guarding attacks of the following weapon types. Okay, so now blocking with these things is just going to be worse. I don't know if people really blocked with these things to begin with. Anyway, increase the speed of some attacks with the following weapons. Oh wow, okay, axes, great axes, hammers, flails, and reapers are now just faster. Let's see if I notice a difference. Okay. Let's go with a regular axe, that's a hand axe. It does feel faster, wow. It actually does feel faster. Hammers too? That one doesn't really feel as fast. What about a flail? That's a big one. That does feel a lot faster. Okay, what about the heavy attack? It's still unfathomably slow. That's the only thing that need to be changed about the flail, is how long the heavy attack is. Because like that's the best part about the flails and hammers, because they do good stance damage with the charged heavies. And that does just as much stance damage as the flail. But like it just has like twice as fast as an animation. But at least the light attack combos are faster. And great axes are now faster, and great hammers were not, which is interesting. Great hammers tend to just be better than great axes in general. It doesn't really feel faster. That's interesting. The damage of charge attacks with some of the following weapons: axes, great axes, and some colossal weapons. That's actually a good change, because great hammers and regular hammers just had better charged heavy attacks, because they just typically did just as much damage, but just did more stance damage. So this is actually a nice change. Now, like, you can actually pick and choose between whether you want good stance damage or good damage overall. Increase the turn speed of normal attacks of the Reaper's weapon type. Wait, didn't Reaper? Yeah, Reaper's also got a speed buff. Let's go check that out. Let's go check that out. That doesn't really feel much faster. But it says you can like redirect it better now. Seems like it does have decent redirection. Maybe the one-handed is faster? Doesn't feel much faster. I don't really notice the difference. Increase the damage of the whip's weapon type except the Urumi. They spelled it wrong. All the whips now get increased damage. That's actually good, because they're like the worst damage type, the worst weapon class in the entire game. Their damage kind of just sucks. I'm guessing their base damage got increased. Now the Urumi just gets like the least amount of base damage. Because like typically you got just as much damage as like a straight sword, but like whips are just like a lot slower. They go further, but like they're like pretty slow, but they get like straight sword damage. But now more damage, that's going to be really nice. Would have been nice if they added critical attacks as well, but that's okay. Increase the speed of consecutive attacks of the following weapon types: light bows and long bows. Bows have gotten buffed. Wow. Never thought I'd see that one. I need to equip some arrows. So it's consecutive attacks. Would it like work for like the jumping attacks and landing attacks too? It might be a bit faster. I don't really notice. Increase the poise damage of the torches. Wait, what? We've got to see this. Increase the damage of torches. Poise damage. Steven, my guy, where are you at? Come here. If this poise breaks him in 2 hits, that means it does more than 33 stance damage. Why does it do that? Okay. So Steven has 65 poise damage, or 65 poise, so that means it's doing at least 33 now. That's cool. Anyway, increase the duration of the effects of the Mohg's Great Rune and increase the attack power when the okay, Mohg's Great Rune got unbuffed. It's probably like the worst one. The healing amount. Okay, Great Runes are getting buffed. Decrease the heal, yeah, because the Millennia's Great Rune nearly nerfed your healing flask, so now it gets better. Okay, can't wait to try those things out. That'd be interesting. I might make a separate video on these things. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, decrease this turning speed of the dual-wielded weapons for the following weapon types. The turning speed, so you can only like redirect attacks with power stance, spears and great spears. Decrease the poise generation speed during some of the attacks of the following types: great spears, halberd spears. The poise generation speed. What does that even mean? What is this terminology? Use the same terminology that we use, please. Decrease the effect that increases the power of spells of Terra Magica. Decrease the effect that increases the power of spells. So why does it say decrease the effect of Terra Magica? By how much exactly? Terra Magica gives you a 35% damage boost to your magic damage. This actually might be... Decrease the effect of the Cerulean Hidden Tier. They're nerfing the Comet Azure build. Let's see how long it lasts. It used to last 15 seconds. Let's see how long it lasts now. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably 10 seconds. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 10 seconds. Fair enough. I wonder how much less Terra Magica does now. We could probably try it out. Let's go test it out right now. Might as well. Okay. What am I doing? Memorize spell. Terra Magica. Right, give me another spell. This is going to be a bit scuffed, but it's fine. Okay. 216 damage. 265. Somebody do the math on that one and let me know in the comment section. Somebody do the math. Anyway. I might put it on the screen. Might just edit this video. Okay. Trolls. Okay, weapon changes. Nice. Okay, cool. Troll's Nightsword increased damage. Okay, it needed to be able to get infused, not really increased damage, because the thing that makes it pretty trash is the fact that you can't infuse it. It gets like a descaling in intelligence, and you get stuck with Troll's Rule. So I don't really know what the point is of improving the weapon damage of that one. Does mean it gets like pretty decent AR though. But like, it feels, yeah, that just gets more. Kind of, right? Yeah. Well, it gets just as much as the Roller Greatsword now, but Roller Greatsword just gets better scalings and a better skill. Still not of a point to use it. It does get the Zweihander heavy attack though. Zamora Curve Sword, increased damage, increased movement distance of some attacks. That better be the light attack combo. That'd be nice. Where are we at? That does not feel much faster, honestly. It still feels very slow. The heavy attacks are always going to be faster. Why didn't it do faster? Like, it's just... It still feels slow. I mean, Zamora Ice Storm is still like one of the best skills in the entire game, so you can just spam the skills and the heavy attack when you're using this weapon. But it does get increased damage now, which is great. Forked Hatchets gets increased damage. That's pretty cool. That's just like a small little axe. I still wouldn't really bother using it, but now they're actually faster. Wait a minute, the hatchet weapons, they're typically faster than regular axes, so did that get boost to speed as well? Feels like it's like just as fast as a dagger, but like this does bleed, but like typically you're going to be using claw weapons anyway. Claws will just do like the exact same thing as this does, but just better. Decrease the status build-up enhancement that scales with the arcane attribute. The Ripple Blade and the Ripple Crescent Halberd, same thing. So both of these weapons just... Because normally these are scale of arcane and you can use greases to get really quick status effect build-up, and they nerfed those things. So that's going to mainly hurt PvP more than is PvE. Because like regular bleed builds just work better in PvE. The Serpent Hunter increased the speed of crouching attacks. Why would they... It already gets one of the best crouching attacks in the game. Why would they increase the speed? Am I... Doesn't feel much faster. I don't know. You can't really get much faster. It's a poking attack. Anyway, Albinuric stuff gets increased scaling. Gelmir Glintstone stuff. Okay, that's fantastic. Why are these getting... What? What? Why are the... Why is this getting buffed? Like the Golden Order Seal and the Dragon Communion Seal quite literally gets the best incant scaling in the entire game. Why are they getting buffed? Like Clawmark Seal, that makes sense because it kind of just gets outclassed very early on. Some of these make sense. Albinuric stuff, this one makes sense. Prince of Death stuff is the best stuff in the game, but at really, really high levels, like 80 intelligence and faith. Let's go check that out. What are we talking about here? How much more damage? 338. It doesn't feel much different, right? Am I tripping? Is it something different? Increased attribute scaling. That's what it means, right? Just better scalings. But I was using this build before patch and I feel like I had the same number. 338. Doesn't feel like it's much different. Anyway, weapon skill changes. Kick. Increase the poise damage of kick. Okay, decrease the status build up when using spinning slash. That's not good. Okay, it looks like... Just stick to using double slash, I guess. Double slash is just going to be better now. Maybe. It does get more poise damage though, so it might be still good. Storm Assault decrease the poise generation speed. The poise generation speed. What does that mean? Is that hyper armor? No, poise generation speed. I don't know. Chat, what does that mean? I mean, people in the comments, tell me what this means. They nerfed all the storm-based things. This is going to be like a PvP change, right? So, like, I'm guessing it means that it's not going to do as much poise damage, but as fast. Glintblade Phalanx got nerfed. This used to do 40 stance damage. How much does it do now? Oh, wow. I have Glintblade Phalanx here. Nice. So Steven has 65 poise. Oh my goodness, it's less than 20. Okay, it's probably about 20 poise. Wow, they nerfed it in half. Glintblade Phalanx's cheeks now. Okay. Never using that again. Damn, okay. Loretta's slash decrease the poise generation speed. I mean, I'm guessing that means hyper armor. It has to be, oh, not hyper armor. It has to mean like how quick it can stagger an enemy, I'm guessing. What does that mean? Bloody slash decrease poise. I'm guessing that means with like consecutive attack. This is like PvP type stuff, right? I don't know what this means. This has to be for PvP changes. Because it's not stance damage. Poise is different than stance damage, right? Do they actually specify? Because it is different. I guess it means like staggering an enemy. Sky Shot increase the speed when doing consecutive attacks. And Strong Shot. What the hell is Strong Shot? They're using the wrong terms. Enchanted Shot increase the speed of some attacks. And let's test out these bows. Increase parry hitbox generation speed. So it has faster starting up frames. I'm guessing it has the faster starting up frames. Increase the parry hitbox speed of... Okay, so the parries are just gotten buffed. Added attack recovery time after using the skill. So Buckler has been nerfed. Attack recovery time. Blasphemous Blades got nerfed. Decreased the fire's poise damage. Removed the fire's knocking down effect. Oh. Oh, okay. It doesn't knock enemies back anymore. It does less poise damage. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, it doesn't send them flying anymore. And they used to do like 23 stance damage. I hit him 4 times there. I used to poise break him in 3 hits. So now it's probably doing like less than 20 stance damage now. Which is like, it's still going to be amazing. The damage and the health regen is still there. It's just not going to knock enemies backwards now. It's like a slight nerf. It's not. It's probably still the best weapon in the game. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe the Moonlight Greatsword. Oh, it's got a nerfed. Increase the poise damage of heavy and charge, but decrease the poise damage of the magic generation. Okay, that's a decent change. That's a decent change because, like, we'll see how much it is though. Because it normally does 30 stance damage or 35 stance damage, I think. So let's see if it poise breaks him in 2 hits. Okay, so it's going to be doing less than 30 stance damage now, but at point blank range, it's going to be doing more. So if I do it at point blank, I wonder if it does like over 40 or something. That's actually kind of insane. It's going to poise break him in 2 hits because it's obviously going to do like at least 30 stance damage. It's hard to, not going to test it out on him. That's not that bad of a change though, but like it is a nerf, but it's not that big of a nerf. A Thundercloud form gets less poise damage. Oh no. I don't think I can test it out. I don't have the requirements. I'm gonna have to make a separate video now. 37. Oh, God damn it. Give me a second. We can make this work. We can make this work. We can make this work. Okay, so it used to do 62 stance damage, I believe. So it should poise break him in 1 hit, but it no longer does that. It poise broke him in 2, so it's doing like less. That's like that was the best part about the weapon though. Why would they do that? That was the best part about the weapon. Because outside of that, it wasn't like too crazy. I don't know why they did that. Because the damage itself wasn't like that amazing, especially against enemies that can't get staggered. So now it's doing like about half the amount of stance damage because I used like 2 full attacks and it just poise break them on the last one. Magma Shower gets less poise regeneration speed. I guess it means like stagger. It has to be stagger damage. It has to mean stagger damage, right? Thunderstorm, decreased damage. That's off the Stormhawk axe. That's getting less damage. Bubble Shower. Okay, I test this one out. I noticed this one got changed as I was just like playing through the game after like it got released, before the patch notes actually came out, and I have gameplay of this. Bubble Shower is like twice as fucking bad. This is what it used to do, right? This is what Bubble Shower used to do. It poise break Plasty in like 2 hits, and it kills him in 3. This is what it does now. Look at that damage. This is like a different build. I think the other build had 70 faith. This one has 60 faith. But it shouldn't be doing this much less damage. Like, this is like half as effective. And it's taken like 3 or 4 hits to poise break, I think. Does it even poise break him? No, it doesn't even poise break him. Even after 4 hits. So like the damage and the poise damage is like cut in half. It's like really upsetting now. So that's unfortunate. Why would they do it now though? I don't know. I commands the Neil increase the poise damage value during the active part of the skill. That's actually pretty good. Decrease the poise generation speed. Why would they do that as well? I don't know. Why would they go to the stagger? Blood Boon Ritual, decrease the generated status build-up. So the top 3 weapons have been nerfed. That's interesting. The status build-up. Well, like, it still gets amazing damage. I want to see by how much. I don't have an arcane build. I've got to make a separate video now. God damn it. Okay, Loretta's slash decrease the poise generation speed. I'm guessing this means stagger. Bear Witness, increase damage and poise damage. That's actually huge. Bear Witness is off the Grafted Dragon, obviously. Let's see what's going on. I forgot the actual values. Like, this thing is typically outclassed by the Cranial Vessel Candlestand because it does like the same thing but just does more damage. But it is like quicker though. I still didn't proc a stance break. It didn't proc a stance break at all. Okay, I don't know what that's about. But more damage is nice. I don't know how much more though. Does it mean poise damage is like stagger potential? They need to specify. I mean, they say poise damage here. I guess poise generation speed means like staggering, and this means stance damage. Right? I guess that's what it means. Decrease the amount of attack power generated by this skill. No! No, my bubble. Not my bubble, and jellyfish. No. It's been nerfed. Let's see what's going on. 239. So I used to give 20% boost. Okay, get ready to do math. 270. 239 to 270. I might put it on screen what the damage difference is. So I used to do 20% damage. They're nerfing everything. Okay, bug fixes. Okay. One thing that I did notice is that, yeah, the Godslayer's Greatsword actually does have hyper armor now. That's one thing I noticed. In the inventory menu, amount of FP consumed by skills is display information. Okay, cool. Reduce the time it takes for a gesture. Okay, cool. Input speed of menus. Fix the bug that caused... Okay. Yeah, you guys can read this stuff. Okay, let's fix the bug that caused a higher expected poise damage when performing left-handed attacks with a thrusting sword. Spinning slash skill that generated poise when using twin blades. Interesting. But yeah, hyper armor fixes with the Godslayer's Greatsword. That's pretty cool. Characteristic of some weapon that not working properly against mounted enemies. Fix the bug that caused bleed build up when using spitting strike skill while under the effect of blood flame blade. Even if the attack... Oh, okay. So that was actually a nerf. That was actually a bug. Yeah, because spitting strikes with blood flame blade was broken. I guess... Okay, that was a bug. Okay. Well, that's got a nerfed. Damn. Fix the bug that caused some skill to perform incorrectly when specific actions were performed. Fix the bug that caused unexpected behaviors when something... Okay, I don't know. They gotta specify some of these things. Like, give us an example at least. And a lot of these, like, multiplayer bugs. Okay. That's cool. That's not cool that they didn't... They should have given us... Like, there's a good update. Like, a lot of really cool changes. Like, it's been 11 months since the last patch. They should have given us this update, like, months ago. Anyway, I'm probably gonna make another video about this as well. I gotta go like actually make like comparisons and stuff like that. So yeah, subscribe for that. Unless like, well, the DLC comes out in like 4 hours. So I'm not sure there's gonna be time. I'm gonna play it tomorrow though. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and definitely just let me know what your opinions are down in the comments, I guess. I don't know. Catch you guys around. Bye.